Honey, when I tell you everybody is dragging Tyler, and I want to let you guys know why. I'm assuming she's a fan of Rihanna. They were at the Met Gala. She gets on video and tells the world that, hey, Rihanna disrespected me. She shaded me. I was waiting for her and she did not really engage with me. And she got on the video to tell everybody this as if this is going to help her good in good graces with Rihanna. And it's just sad and it's very pathetic. And it seems like people are seeing right through Tyler. Now, for me, Tyler, I think she's so gorgeous. I think she's so cute. But this video is not cute and it's making me look at her differently. And she does look different without makeup. I was like, who is this girl? I'm used to Tyler being put together, not looking like this. She's okay like this, but she's definitely like not like the Tyler that's put together. So let's see. And I got a lot of people that's speaking about this. Zachariah Campbell, you guys know him. He is speaking about this. And I want to let you guys know what he has to say. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe here at this YouTube channel. I am your host, Gigi Medici, and I just want to say thank you all for joining me. All right, so let's hear what she has to say.
Easy right now, but I just woke up. My voice is raspy. But basically, y'all, everyone knows I love Ree. Oh my gosh. So I met her last year, and she was cool. I met her, but I think she was occupied because she was like, I went up to her, I was like, oh, hey, she was like, hey, my baby daddy's calling me, and then she left, and I was like, oh, maybe she was busy. So I don't know, I felt awkward. What the heck, I felt awkward. I don't know how to say hi. If I feel like someone's busy, it's like, So this time, I was waiting for my car, and she was right there, and I was, yeah, so
tell you everything you need to know. Because let me tell you, Rihanna comes from the old school. And when I say old school, I mean early 2000s. So like, walk with me, okay? In the sense that Rihanna comes from a time where being shady, you have to be very, strategic with your shade. Like there was a time back in the day, because all this like kumbaya with everybody, like artists loving each other, that was not the thing back in the past. It used to be very much spoke your truth and speak your truth, but in a way that if you kind of got to read between the lines. So Rihanna comes from the school of confronting things straight on. You have to realize this is the same girl that told Sierra, good luck on booking that stage you speak of. So her putting Ira Starr's song in her recap that we never really see her do in the first place, was very intentional. Rihanna comes from a time of like, honey, I've seen people build their careers off other people. Little girl, you're not gonna do that to me. If Rihanna was caught speaking to Tyler, Tyler will blow up overnight. It will ignite Tyler to the next level. Even me calling you right now having this conversation is doing a lot for Tyler. And Tyler knows this. Tyler's team knows this. And I need people to understand, like, Tyler's team absolutely, and Tyler absolutely knows that this is a lot for her to basically drum up for this A-pop rollout, because she's trying to get into this pop world and trying to be this pop girl. Now, if that don't tell you everything you need to know, because let me tell you, Rihanna comes from the old school. And when I say old school, I mean early 2000s. So like, walk with me, okay?
And it's getting messier than it needs to be. So it was the Met Gala this past Monday, and due to the lack of fashion on the carpet, the only thing that's been on everyone's lips post the gala has been the tensions between Tyla and Rihanna. So 3 videos went viral, the first one being of Rihanna and ASAP in their Sprinter going home, and it looked like they were arguing as they were leaving the Met. So everyone was like, oh my god, what is going on? Then there was this video of a random man approaching Rihanna to interview her while she stood there waiting for ASAP to finish chatting it up and being Mr. Bitches. She looked very annoyed, and everyone was like, oh, so that's why she was so upset in the Sprinter, because this video was taken before that. Now, a longer version of that video shows that Tyla was standing right behind Rihanna, and it looked like she was scared to even approach her. So everyone was like, what is going on there? And Tyla responds by posting this video confirming that she has met Rihanna before, and this was the second time. The first time that they met, Tyla went up to Rihanna to greet. Rihanna said, hi, sorry, my baby daddy is calling me. So Tyla naturally felt awkward about that encounter. Therefore, didn't know how to approach her at the Met because it still looked like Rihanna was busy. And not for nothing, I actually do believe that this time around, Rihanna was actually busy. Like, Tyla was the last thing on her mind. She was probably trying to eavesdrop on that conversation, and then this random man walked up to her, to interview her, distracting her, because she still needed to keep ASAP on her peripheral, because why is he so touchy with this woman? This has been my theory since I saw the first video, and I even tweeted, Tyla baby, you're just gonna have to understand that I am not greeting no younger version of myself while chaperoning my DM sliding Mr. Bitch's baby daddy. Anyway, in response to Tyla's video, Rihanna posted her own video, which was a recap of the match. The song choice was Who's That Girl by Ira Star, I think. Now, that was obviously Bad Girl Riri being shady, because there's always been that comparison between Ira and Tyla. So here are my final thoughts on this. Rihanna has never liked her. In fact, she's gone out of her way to not be associated with her. Tyla was supposed to present her with an Icon Award, I think at the Kids' Choice Awards, and she skipped. And Rihanna has always been someone that would go out of their way to make someone else's day a little bit better and make someone feel special. Like, she knows certain fans and paparazzi by name. So I'm finding it hard to believe that, this is all just a coincidence. But again, at the Met Gala, Tyla was the last thing on her mind. She and Travis were fighting. They did not even go home to the same hotel together. This whole situation is kind of taking the heat away from Travis. But anyway, yeah.
Rihanna and Tyla will never probably be friends, celebrity friends, is because Tyla has passive aggressive personality traits. She has, look at me, I'm the sweet, innocent girl, and then when you're not around her, she got little stuff to say behind your back. And I feel like that is the reaction to the incident that occurred at the Met Gala. I'm not talking about anything else. I'm talking about this specific reaction. Because if you look up to her so much and you love her so much, why would you disclose what happened between y'all? Because that is the biggest thing about being a celebrity, is the fact that I can trust you, that my information and the interaction and what you see at this party and what we're doing and where we're going is not going to end up on social media the very next day. That's number one. She can't be trusted. So you've already shot yourself in the foot there. And not only with Rihanna, you might be shooting yourself in the foot with other celebrities, because now they're like, you might have a target on your back now, because you're the type of person that need an NDA. You can't come to our party. She has to sign an NDA just because of her past behaviors with other celebrities. Like, I don't understand what type of media training is happening in South Africa. So that's number one. And number two, is how she says little things. Like when she was like, when I walked up, she was like, ooh, what's that all about? I don't know, but in the Americas, specifically as a Black American woman, say what you mean and mean what you say, and be very direct. Don't do the passive aggressive, because that'll get you messed up real quick. And Rihanna don't seem like the type to fool around and play with people like that. So the fact that she was like, and I went up to her and she was like, when she walked away, and I was like, ooh, yeah, that's a problem. And then two, why are you mentioning her child's father? And then the way that she said it. Do y'all even say baby daddy like that in South Africa? I don't know, her baby daddy. What? Yeah. 2-3 strikes, you're out. And she really loves Rihanna because she says that Rihanna was one of those people that was an outsider to America, and she was invited to the club. Do y'all not understand? So y'all have these TED Talks and dissertations online about Tyla not needing America. But baby, it's not about need. It's a want. She wants to be included in the party. She wants to be in the inner circle. And she's failing at it. And Rihanna could have been a mentor. But unfortunately, that's never going to happen because